Did you ever wanted to start a podcast but got stuck with recording, editing, and expensive equipment? What if you could create high quality podcast in just minutes without a mic, studio, or editing software? That's exactly what this AI tool does. I found this AI powered platform which turns text into fully professional audio and video podcast, complete with realistic AI voices, sound effects, branding, and captions. Let's dive into how it works and whether it's worth your money or not. So this is what it would look like once you log into AI podcast. You will see a professional looking dashboard where you can see your video podcast. You can see how many audio podcasts you have created, video podcasts you have created, and as well as your AI characters. Now let me just show you what this software can do, right? So let's say if you want to create an audio podcast, just go to here this section, audio podcast, create an audio podcast, and now this is what it would look like. So let's say you want to name your podcast whatever you want. I will name it Andrew Tate because I like it. Now you have to select your country, which country you want to choose. A language, I will set it by default. Now you can choose how many characters you want in your podcast. You can choose one, two, three. You can even choose four characters just in a podcast. I will keep it two. Now you will have to choose how long your podcast will be. I will make it short, like 2 to 5 minutes, and then a podcast category you have to choose. I will choose it business and entrepreneurship. Now next. Now here you have to select your content source to generate a podcast, right? You can describe your podcast. You can use a website. You paste the website URL here, and it will fetch the data of the website, right? And you can upload document or PDF file in. So let's say I will describe my podcast here, which will be motivational, and I'll do next. See, the built-in AI tool did all the hard work for me. I just typed that motivational and it has generated me a very beautiful script. Now you have to click on the next button. You have to enter the name of your host and your guest. Who will be your host? Who will be your guest? Like, let's say I choose Tristan, which will be my host, and I will choose Luke, which will be my guest. Right now, you click on the next button. Now, see, it has generated me a whole conversational like script, like what Tristan will say, what Luke will say. You can even modify what you want them to say. Okay. Now click on the next button. Now here you can select your AI voiceover. You can have 100 of realistic AI voices to select. You can even have your own custom voice. And you can integrate your 11 Labs account to correct the voiceovers from here. Let's say I choose AI voice, right? Let's say I'll choose William. I will assign to Tristram, and let's choose Sawyer, which I will assign to Luke. Then generate audio podcast. So in just few minutes, it will generate an audio podcast. Now, let's say you want to create a video podcast, right? So you just go to this section, video podcast, create a video podcast, and now you have to do the same thing you did for audio podcast. Enter the name, select the country, language, how many people you want in the podcast. You select the aspect ratio. I will choose 16:9, which is of YouTube, and select the duration of your video. Video style. Video style, you have to choose. I will choose it panel, and then next. Now, same you have to select your content source. Either you have to let the built-in AI tool to do all the work, or you can paste a website link, or you can upload the document. I'll do the same thing. I will type here motivational, and I'll do the next. See, again, it has generated me the script without doing the hard work, right? I will do next. And now you have to select the character you want to show in your video podcast, right? You can select your characters, which you will made, or you can select the prevent characters. So let's say I will choose Eric Houston, and I choose Mitchell Mullen. Now go to the bottom and click next. Now you have to enter your character's name. Like I'll do Andrew and I'll do Tristan. You can even change the position of your characters to perfectly place them according to you. Series. Okay, now click the next button. Now it has generated me the script same as audio podcast. I will generate, click on generate video podcast and done. Your podcast is added to your local queue. And then you will wait for a few minutes and the podcast will automatically be created. So I have shown you how you can create audio podcast and video podcast, right? Let me show you AI characters. This is what I was talking about in the video podcast. You can have pre-made characters or you can choose your own character. You can go here, create new character, or you can generate your AI generated character, or you can upload your own character and it will generate the character. Okay. Now here you can do multiple things. This is AI voiceover section. You can voice clone here. You can have 100 plus AI voices already pre-made generated for you to use, or you can collect your even 11 Labs account to integrate voices from over there. Voice cloning I found interesting, where you can create or clone your own voice. Just go to here, clone a new voice, enter voice name like, let's say I'll choose Andrew Tate, give the image of Andrew Tate, I'll just let it be, and upload the sample audio of Andrew Tate. Or you can record your own voice. You can even record your own sample voice and it will clone the voice. Now, this is the podcast planner section where you can plan your podcast, schedule your podcast. Let's say I want to schedule on 21st or 21st, I mean 29th. Let's say I want to schedule my podcast on 29th. I will click here and schedule post. I will select my video. Let's say I selected this and I will enter the caption, whatever is this. I will enter the tags and I'll schedule the post. First you have to integrate your account. Like go to this integration tab and connect your YouTube account or Facebook or account. You have to connect your YouTube page or Facebook page. Then it will allow to schedule the podcast. So this was a short glimpse of AI podcast and what AI podcast can do.
Mess this up. There's never been an easier way to launch a profitable podcast with AI doing all the heavy lifting. So, what else are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and grab instant access to AI podcast today. And if you purchase through my link, I'll give you a free ebook of 200 social media marketing tactics to skyrocket your success, which is worth $49 but yours for free. Just send me the screenshot at the given email below and I'll send your bonus instantly. You should not miss this exclusive deal. Grab it now and start your podcasting journey today.